Hi everyone, and welcome to online statistics for this summer. We're going to spend the next 8.5 weeks going through our introductory statistics class, so I wanted to introduce myself and give you a little tour of the class since it may be different than what you're used to, since it's an online class. So first of all, what I would do first if this was face-to-face was introduce myself. So I'm Emily Dennett, and I'll be your instructor. So I am a real live person. I'm here, and even though you may never meet with me face-to-face, I'm here to help you through the course. So just a little quick information about me. I have 2 degrees in math, my bachelor's from Wittenberg University, and my master's from the University of Massachusetts. You can see pictures of my family here. Here's my husband Steve, and this is me. This was at my sister's wedding last November. And then here's our dog, who is more like our child at this point, but this is Max. He's a greyhound, so I like Max a lot. So that's just a little bit about me. Now let's get into more about the course. So our course will be running through Moodle, which you'll get to through the COTC, the new My COTC portal. And here's what our class looks like. So the first thing I want to go through is our syllabus. So you can always access the syllabus from our Moodle page. Okay, and what I really recommend is that you print this off and keep it to refer back to. So I won't read it word for word. That's something you can go back and do. But it has my contact information in the course description. One thing to notice is here's the information about our book, and this online course ID is what you'll use to access the online homework, which I'll talk about later. But you will want to refer back to the syllabus to get that course ID. Okay, it goes through the general policies, the homework. There's going to be 10 homeworks, and I'll explain how those will work. They're due each week, and then there'll be quizzes. One thing to notice is that you do need to get over 75% on your homework to be able to take that week's quiz, and that's just to make sure you're working on it and that you're ready for the quiz. We'll have 3 midterms. 2 of those are online, the same place where you do your homework and your quizzes, and then the midterm and the final will be on campus, proctored. So I'll send out more information about that, about how you sign up for them. Each week there will be a discussion topic, and you can respond to that for 3 points, for 3 extra credit, and these are going to be things that kind of more interesting than maybe the regular course material about how statistics works in the real world. Here on the syllabus you can see how I will calculate your grade. You've got the 3 midterms I just talked about. The 2 online ones are each worth 75 points, and the proctored one is worth 150 points. You've got 5 quizzes. They're 20 points each, your 10 homework points, and then the final. And here, the grading scale shows you exactly how many points you need to earn for each grade. So just make sure you're staying on top of that, because at the end I won't be able to round or give you any points. Okay, and then what you really want to print out is page 4 here. It's the calendar, and it tells you exactly what's due each week, exactly what's coming up. So for example, for week 1, you need to register with My Math Lab, which I'll show you in just a minute. You'll go through chapter 1, which is sections 1.1 through 1.5. You'll take quiz 1, and you'll do homework 1. So one thing to note, each chapter, the first section 1.1, 2.1, it's really just a paragraph. You can read those, but there's really no work for that section. Okay, and then the final part of the syllabus goes through all the course competencies, what you'll be learning this summer. They may not mean much right now at the beginning, but if you're transferring it to another school or something, that's probably what they want to see. Okay, so now I was talking about My Math Lab. Here's what it looks like. You'll go to mymathlab.com, and you'll have to set up an account if you don't have one. If you already have an account, you can use that one, and then you'll just add a new course with the course ID that's in the syllabus that I just showed you. So here's our course 1218 NA-NB for this summer. Okay, so you'll be able to go and do the homeworks. This seems to be down, but it will normally bring up homeworks. Our homeworks just haven't started yet since the quarter hasn't started. Now, one thing to notice on the homeworks, there are some helps on some of them. You get 3 tries per question, and if you get it wrong, you can go to a similar exercise. You can hit the similar exercise button twice to get a new problem. After that, it'll be locked out. So if you've hit it once and you're still having trouble, please get help either through me or the math lab so that you can get some help. So that brings me to talking about the math lab. If you go to the COTC webpage and type math lab into the search, that's how I got to this webpage, and it gives you the hours for the math lab. Now, there are math labs on all 4 campuses, the Newark campus, the Coshocton campus, the Knox campus, and the Pataskala one. These are the hours for spring, so please do check back in a couple of days to find the ones for summer, and there'll be people, staff there, and you can even call in if you can't make it, but you can either call or come in anytime for free and get help. So it's a great way if you're struggling on some problems to get help. Of course, you can always contact me too, but this is a way to get individualized attention anytime they're open. Okay, so another thing I wanted to do was show you kind of how our course will work each week. So this is the welcome folder where you found this. Please read through all of it. It's really important in an online class that you take the time to read through everything you can and read it carefully, maybe even read it twice to make sure you know what you're doing. Then each week you'll have a folder and it'll show up the first day of the week. Now, one thing to note is that our week, since we start on a Wednesday, the course is going to run each week from Wednesday through the next Tuesday. So all homeworks, quizzes, and midterms will be due Tuesday evenings. So since this class is starting on Wednesday, June 13th, on the 19th, that Tuesday, everything's due. If you can work on things on the weekend, I highly recommend working on it on the weekend. And then you still have a few days to email me or ask any questions if there's anything that you don't understand. One other tip is, especially in math, it's best if you do a little bit each day rather than trying to just fit it in all in one day. So here's how each week will work. There'll be an introduction from me and kind of what's going to happen, and it'll tell you what lessons you're going to do, and it'll tell you about your homework, okay? And I've explained the homework here for you to read about. Okay, it'll tell you, if you have a quiz or a midterm or anything like that. And then the biggest part of the class are in these sections. These are the sections that go with the book, and you can check things off as you go when you get them done. Okay, so let's look at section 1.3. I'll kind of show you how they go. So I'll give a little introduction to each section. Then I'll tell you what to go read in the book, and it's important that you go read these pages. If you don't buy the book from Course Compass, you can still come over here and hit ebook. And if we want to go to chapter 1, section 3, and hit multimedia book selection, it will bring up, you have to click through some things, but it'll bring up the textbook, and you can read through it, and it has some interactive things. You can hit it and try examples. So there's lots of things for you to try, and I recommend reading it and going through the examples to see how you're doing. So after you do that and read the book, the next thing to do is to watch some videos. So for each book there's a textbook lecture, and I do recommend watching those. Some students say they're a little cheesy, but remember, even if you have a cheesy instructor, it's better than not going to class. So please watch the video, and then I've created videos or pencasts to also help you with the material the way I would explain it in a face-to-face class. So these pencasts are made with a really cool pen. I don't have mine out, or I'd show you. But if you click on it, and you can open it full screen, it'll start a video. And you'll hear my voice talking over it. What's really cool is you see the red dot there? Wherever the red dot is, if you click on it, it'll jump to that point. So if you need to jump ahead or jump back because you missed something, you can jump right to that point and hear what I'm talking about. Okay, so I'll post these. Please, please, please watch the videos before you try the homework so that, it's not like you're just on your own. Okay, then also with each section there's a handout The first, I've posted the blank handout. What I recommend is after you've watched the videos, try doing the handout on your own with your notes. Make notes while you're watching the videos. And then after you've done that, I've put up some solutions. Okay, and then I've also told you what homework you can do after that section. Okay, so that's how each section will go. And when you're done with the section, you can go back to the week. Okay, and you can check it off and go on to the next section. So I really recommend doing each week's homework in chunks after you've done that section, and then you'll know what you've got done. Okay, here's the class discussions, and there might be a video or something fun for you to watch, and then add a new discussion topic, and you can respond to it for 3 extra credit points. Those will be due each week, so make sure you get them done. Okay, one more thing, I do want to recommend that you get a graphing calculator, the TI-83 or the TI-84, and you learn how to use it. And I'll put videos in each section where you can use it so that you learn how to use it. A lot of the online students in the past have tried to do everything by hand, and statistics is really too difficult to do by hand. So they're really great calculators. They do a lot of statistics, and as you can see here, I can make little videos to send to you. So if you have any questions, just let me know. So you can always email me. I'll try to get back to you within 24 hours, and I look forward to teaching you this quarter.